Welcome to today's video. In this session, we're going to explore 100 German words that sound cute but actually carry a much darker meaning. From sweet-sounding phrases to words with hidden sinister undertones, you'll be surprised by what's lurking behind some of these seemingly innocent terms. Whether you're learning German or just curious, this video will give you a whole new perspective on the language. Let's dive right in. Kuscheln, to cuddle. This might sound cute, but it can be used in an intense context, especially in a possessive or controlling relationship. Pechvogel, unlucky person, literally translates to bad luck bird and is used to describe someone who is extremely unlucky. Zuckerschlecken, sweet treat. While it sounds sweet, this term can be used sarcastically, referring to an easy situation that's not as pleasant as it seems. Schlummern, to doze off. While it sounds innocent, this word can sometimes refer to a deep, unconscious sleep, almost as if you're unaware of your surroundings. Dämmerung, twilight. Though it seems like a peaceful time of day, it refers to a period of darkness and uncertainty, symbolizing the end of things. Albtraum, nightmare. A direct translation of nightmare, this word certainly sounds unsettling, but is quite literal in its meaning. Blutarm, anemic. It sounds like a cute condition, but refers to a serious health problem involving a lack of red blood cells. Schattenspiel, shadow play. While it might sound like a fun game, it can refer to something darker, manipulating light and dark forces. Rattenfänger, Pied Piper. The story of the Pied Piper is rooted in darkness, as it involves manipulation and tragedy. Seelenverkäufer, soul seller. A term that may sound mysterious, but refers to someone who makes questionable deals, often at the expense of their moral integrity. Kreuzritter, crusader. While the word seems heroic, it is associated with violent historical conquests and religious wars. Hexenmeister, wizard. Though it seems magical, it has darker connotations, often associated with witchcraft or sinister magic. Gespenst, ghost. Though it sounds harmless, it refers to an apparition or spirit, usually associated with the dead or haunting. Höllenhund, hellhound. The word sounds playful, but it refers to a mythological creature associated with darkness and terror. Schwarze Witwe, black widow. Though it sounds like a simple animal, it refers to a deadly spider or even a deadly woman. Zombiewelt, zombie world. A term that refers to a desolate post-apocalyptic world filled with mindless creatures. Fallensteller, trapper. While it sounds innocent, it can refer to someone setting dangerous traps, usually for prey or enemies. Kettenhund, guard dog. It sounds protective, but it's often associated with a creature kept in captivity and used for threatening others. Totengräber, grave digger. While it seems like a peaceful profession, it's dark as it is literally tied to death and burying the deceased. Hassliebe, love-hate. This sounds like a romantic contradiction, but often refers to toxic, destructive relationships. Schleier, veil. This sounds delicate, but in many cultures, a veil is used to conceal, symbolizing mystery or secrets. Finsternis, darkness. A straightforward word that represents something ominous and unknown, both literally and metaphorically. Schmerzgrenze, pain threshold. Though it sounds neutral, it refers to a person's limit when it comes to enduring pain or suffering. Dunkelkammer, dark room. Though it's related to photography, it can symbolize a place of secrecy or hidden motives. Blutdurst, bloodthirst, sounds sinister, and it refers to the desire for violence or destruction, especially in literature or horror contexts. Kaltblütigkeit, cold-bloodedness, refers to a person who is emotionally detached and capable of cruelty without remorse. Leichenschmaus, corpse feast. Sounds disturbing, as it refers to the eating and drinking associated with a wake, often seen as an unsettling practice. Wolfsangel, wolf's hook. A symbol used in dark and disturbing contexts, often tied to historical violence and oppression. Totenmasken, death masks. They sound like art, but they are literally molded from the faces of the deceased, an eerie reminder of mortality. Hansel and Gretel. While it's a fairy tale, it involves dark themes of abandonment, witchcraft, and cannibalism. Fegefeuer, purgatory, a term associated with a place of suffering and purification before one's final fate, often tied to religion. Hass, hate. Though it's a common word, it represents deep negativity and can lead to harmful consequences in real life. Vampirism. Associated with vampires, which while often romanticized in pop culture, has darker and more terrifying origins. Rachsucht, desire for revenge. This is not a pleasant emotion. It involves seeking vengeance and often leads to a destructive cycle. Geheimbund, secret society, a term associated with organizations that often operate with hidden agendas and have dark or dangerous goals. Blutopfer, blood sacrifice. Though it sounds ritualistic, this is often associated with dangerous, violent practices. Dämonen, demons, a word with dark associations, often used in horror and supernatural contexts. Ungeheuer, monster. While it sounds like something from a fairy tale, it refers to terrifying creatures in mythology and horror. Verderben, doom, a word that symbolizes inevitable destruction, often used in apocalyptic or tragic contexts. Grusel, creepy, sounds innocent, but refers to something that is deeply unsettling or frightening, often associated with horror stories. Teufelskreis, vicious cycle, refers to a self-perpetuating loop of negativity or destructive behavior, often impossible to escape. Schafott, scaffold, a term that historically refers to a platform for executions, making it eerie and dark. Dunkelheit, darkness. More than just the absence of light, this word can symbolize despair, evil, or the unknown. Hölle, hell, a term used for a place of suffering and eternal punishment, often in religious or mythological contexts. Abgrund, abyss, symbolizing a deep, dark hole, often used to describe an unfathomable depth or a destructive situation. Eisig, icy. It refers to extreme cold, but it can also symbolize emotional coldness or detachment. Rattennest, rat's nest, a place that is messy or unpleasant, associated with dirt and filth. Gräuel, atrocity, a dark word used to describe something horrific, like an act of cruelty or extreme violence. Hunger. Though a common word, hunger can represent suffering, particularly in famine or desperation. Verzweiflung, despair, the feeling of complete hopelessness, often symbolized by an overwhelming dark emotion. And that's a wrap on our journey through 100 German words that sound cute, but are surprisingly dark. Now you know that not everything in the German language is as it seems. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more language fun. Want to explore more words and phrases? Visit Airlearn for interactive lessons to level up your language skills. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.